Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience as we are a little behind on schedule, but we appreciate your patience and we're so excited for you to be here this afternoon. So, to our guests and friends, welcome to this exciting occasion of the inaugural commencement of Cycle 1 Kansas City. Give them a round of applause. Thank you all for being here with us this evening as we celebrate the remarkable journey of our graduates who have completed 16 weeks of intensive learning and not just in technology, but also in life skills and professional development skills. To our i.c.stars family who have traveled to town to join us this evening in celebrating this occasion, would you please wave or stand so we can give you all a round of applause. Your support means the world to us. A huge appreciation goes out to our advisory board members for helping us navigate this ship. If you're here, please wave or stand. Give them a round of applause. Thank you to our anchor funders and corporate sponsors for supporting the launch of this program in Kansas City. Your generous contributions have been instrumental in our success. The list includes the Kaufman Foundation, the Hall Family Foundation, Mariner Wealth Advisors, the Hunt Family Foundation, Amstead Rail, Tricom, Lockton, and the Will to Succeed Foundation. Give them a round of applause. A big thank you goes out to the dedicated Kansas City staff, to Goldie, Gustavo, Naomi, Shannon, Rochelle, and Lachey. Give them a round of applause. Each of you have been pillars of this transformative journey. Your commitment to teaching, supporting, leading, and learning a lot alongside our interns has been instrumental. Thank you for saying yes to joining me on this journey to bring an innovative technology program to our beloved city and to change the lives of young adults in Kansas City. And my last thank you, but not least, goes to my husband. Thank you to my husband and boys. Hi, Mason. Hi, Bryson. Your love and encouragement means the world to me. To the graduates of this inaugural cycle who have named themselves the Blueprint. Uh, you have paved the way for many to come in Kansas City. Your resilience, hard work, and dedication have brought you to this moment. Despite the challenges you have faced personally and professionally, you've overcome them and you are here today. I want you all to remember that it's not just about getting into the room, it's about keeping the door open for the next cycle of interns that have come through i.c.stars and influencing the companies that you will join. I want to leave you, Blueprint, with words from our founder, Sandy Castrell. She said that technology is the tool, it is the enabler, it is the jazz, it is the wonderful embodiment of innovation, but it is the people who make it. Congratulations, Blueprint. Go out to the world and continue to shine bright like a diamond. Thank you. So I have the privilege and honor of introducing Mr. Will Shields. Mr. Shields is the embodiment of a philanthropic, just an all-around great human. He has been alongside of my team and I as we have rolled this out in Kansas City, championed this to make this a dream realized in Kansas City. And I have the honor of having him serve as the chair of our board, and he's going to get up here today and say a few words. Mr. Shields, would you come on up?
Well, congratulations, you've made it. You are here. This is something that we've been talking about forever. Um, I have some simple numbers here I want to go through. So the really interesting thing about this is just sitting in this room is amazing that we have all these people in this room and what we've been trying to put together. First of all, staff. We love the staff we've put together. We're excited about it. But I had the opportunity of going and meeting Sandy and the group from day one. I had a call from my son's father-in-law now. They weren't married back then. And he goes, I got a program in Chicago that I've been working with, and I think you could bring it to Kansas City, and I think it would be an excellent piece. And I was like, sure, whatever, another program. You know, a lot of things for me to do, just more things to keep me busy or whatever that's going to be. But I said, okay, we'll do it. So I flew out, did high tea, and was blown away. Basically, sat in a room with some amazing young people that basically, after I got ready to leave, I had more questions for them than vice versa. I was like, hey, can you help me fix this? Can you help me do that? Because the knowledge that they already had put together and the way they presented it across the board was amazing. So I said, okay, we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can put this program together and see if we can. And of course, when you meet Sandy here later on tonight, you'll understand the purpose. You'll understand the emotion. You'll understand why it is such an unbelievable program of what it's put together and how it develops people's talent. It's a program I wish I could go through, but I couldn't handle all that stress. You know, so you guys have fun with that because I couldn't do all that stress. And I think I'm a computer geek myself or nerd or whatever you say it is. And yes, I don't want the level that you guys went through. I saw those days when I got to visit. So we'll start off with a simple date. 10/26, 2016 is when we started on this program. 2016. That's 6 years, 3 months, and basically roughly 5 days ago, we got to this point from beginning to end. 3 computers worth, because I've already burned through 3 computers during this 6-year, 3-month journey. And over 1,750 emails sent back and forth with meeting requests and conversations and talks. And this is only on one account. There's still 2 other accounts that we went through to get to this point. But we started with a feasibility study to say, okay, hey, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Does it fit Kansas City's market? And luckily, our foundation in McGowan stood up and said, we'll do the feasibility study to say, hey, does it fit our community? And the greatest thing about it, I actually, twisted the arm of a friend of mine and said, oh, can you do this for us? Because she knows the community like the back of her hand. And Shelly said yes, and she did it. She put it together, and we were able to start rocking and rolling from there. And, 6 years ago, we started on the journey, and today I'm just so proud to say that we're able to sit here with all of these great people from Ansdale Rail. I remember talking to Matt, and he was, hey, I got a program, man. He was like, yeah, sure, can you bring it to Minnesota? I said, I got to do Kansas City first. Then we can move it to Minnesota and all these other places. But he jumped on board. They came a part of it and said, hey, we're willing to step up and be a part of it and grow it. And I don't think without having the first foundation that the second and third foundation would ever been built. And it was built a long time ago. And I'm going to go probably through a story that all of them have already heard before, but it started with a weird little coin. I used to be a paper boy before that, but it was a weird little coin. Our coach used to come up with all these different things that he used to make us do. I came from a military town, so we basically, everything is based off the military and that kind of thing. So we get so many workouts in, we get a coin. On the back of the coin, it says Hantayo. Because I grew up in Oklahoma, we follow all the tribes, the Sioux, the Cherokee, and all of that. So we basically have taken one of their sayings and we use it for our mantra. And the coolest thing about it is the mantra is Hantayo. And Hantayo means clear the way. And for me, that's sort of been my mantra for life. And it's sort of like the mantra of each of you sitting here. And it's the mantra of what is this program instills, is that not only are you learning to make yourself better, but you're clearing the way for the next group that comes after you. You're clearing the way for the next person behind you, next to you, and across the board. Because we're making ourselves better individuals because we're not looking just internally. We're looking externally of saying, how can what I know help you? How can I pull you along? How can I build the bridge? How can I do the next thing? And so for me, that Hantayo is now passed on to you, the next generation, our first cohort, as being the building blocks of what the future of this program is going to be. Now you set the standard. Now I've set the standard higher than I think, I never set a standard higher than what I think you can achieve. So I told Sandy when we started this program, because they were celebrating their 20th year when I went to their prom. They had a prom and I went to that 20th year prom. And I stood up there and I said, yeah, when we get started, we plan on outperforming the original. And that should be everybody's goal. Anytime you walk in, how do you leave it better? How do you make it better? How do you become better? And if you can set your own goals high, no one else in the room can set them higher than what you already thinking you can achieve. All you do is use that to help you build it and grow. So I want to say thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for helping this dream come true, for us to say that, hey, our first cohort is ready to go. And I can't wait till we get to the point that where we are celebrating 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road. But tonight, we're just going to celebrate the one and enjoy that because you guys are amazing. And guess what? Standards only set as high as you want it to go. And we think you're going to be amazing. And we know you're going to do great things. And we look forward to being able to reach out to you and build our community from here. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. And you guys have a great evening.
Hello. So I'm Gustavo, the program manager. I was lucky enough to work closely with all of our interns. And tonight I get to introduce you to Anthony Johnson, who works for Amstead Rail, who has a history of supporting i.c.stars interns and the organization from Chicago. But this cycle, they were our project sponsor. And even though I didn't communicate with Anthony on a regular, when I was able, a recent conversation that I had with him just speaks to the relationship that we had and how beautiful and reciprocal it truly was since the beginning. And it was essentially, they were coming in to interview each and every one of the interns. And we had a bunch of snow days. This was last week, a lot of changes to the in-person and remote schedule. And Anthony said, hey, it's okay. We understand your dress code is pretty high. If you want to lower it a little bit for the interns so that they can have an easier time getting to work, which was really nice to hear. What was even nicer to hear was when he said, if you guys also want us to dress up to uphold your standards, we can do that as well. And I think that shows the nature of the relationship and how, again, how reciprocal and how giving they were. And so Anthony will come up and just talk about Amstead Rail and their commitment.
All right. So, straighten out here. So, I had to deal with holding the mic and waving my hands around, so we're going to have to adjust to that a little bit. Graduates, i.c.stars staff, every other member of the community, sponsors that are here, this is a great celebration. It's an honor for me to be here, right? But we're here celebrating not only an end of your guys' cycle, but a new beginning. And it's pretty exciting, I think. So I think I'd like to start off. We're going to do a little bit more clapping tonight, if you guys are okay with that. I'd like to start off with the graduates. You guys are amazing, first off. You took the courage to pursue a new career with an organization that you didn't know that was brand new to Kansas City. I don't know that many people that would do that, but you guys are paving the path. And I think you deserve a big round of applause for that. it is remarkable what you guys have done, right? So think about this. They've started up an entirely new program. I've heard a lot of stories. I mean, Shamika, I think you told me like a lot of people didn't even think this program was real. And that made it hard to recruit people, right? Because they thought it was a scam. But not only did you start this great program for Kansas City, but you guys have groomed this great group of students that we now all get to participate and work with. And we're super excited about that. And so for that, you guys deserve a round of applause. One more. Said Rail team, thank you guys, a lot of support. But everybody else in the community, all the individuals, companies, sponsors that helped make this possible, that's what it takes. It takes all of us collaborating together to make these types of things possible. So also, thank you. So we actually have a little bit of history with i.c.stars. We've been partnered with i.c.stars. I think, Will and Mike, you guys have been talking about some of this for a while now, as you noted. And I think our journey, prior to what Will talked about, we actually have a partnership with the Chicago chapter, and since 2020, which many of you remember, that was a little bit of a tough and awkward year. But there's a partnership, a bond a little bit between us because we share some common culture. At Amstead Rail, we have something called value of the person, or VOP as you might hear it. And it's really about how we treat everybody with love, dignity, and respect, with love being the goal, right? And so that partnership and some of those common values, it was just natural for us to partner with an organization like i.c.stars. And I'd like to welcome two of our recent graduates from the Chicago office, Ramel Johnson, who was part of Cycle 46. And David Cosgrove, who was So you guys are all starting all that same thing, right? We got to make it bigger and better. So again, thank you all. So I talked about that partnership, right? And we are very proud to support an organization like i.c.stars that is focused on developing this top tech talent and then helping make it available to companies like ours and others within the community. So it's such a great organization, can't say enough about it. But enough about that. Let's talk about the interns. You guys want to know a little bit about what the program looked like and what an amazing 3 months it was, right? And we don't want to talk about Geek Week, do we? Don't bring that up here. That was a tough week. All right, so these students went through 12-hour days, 5 days a week. I don't know how many people would generally sign up for that, right? But they did it. You guys are here. And I know from talking to many of you that it wasn't just that. You went home and did extra work just so you could stay ahead and make sure that you were right there when you needed to be or staying in that next step of where you thought you were going. And that's something that's pretty amazing. You were in the pursuit of these new possibilities, this knowledge, right, that we were promising you. And that became the cornerstone of this journey that you guys have been on. So at that kickoff meeting, the first time I got to meet many of you, we're seeing a group of individuals. They're very eager. They're inquisitive. They were asking great questions. And I think you were a little bit anxious, maybe a little bit nervous. I don't know. But you did a great job. We gave you a pretty tough task developing an application for something that was for our business that we gave through an RFP that you guys met with us on. But as the program progressed, we got to meet with you again. Some of us will talk about the mentorship and other stuff in a minute, but during the design solutions presentation, so the way this works is everybody goes off, they get a single RFP, they bring back some proposals, and then we have to select a single design, and then everybody works off of that design going forward. Well, the i.c.stars staff did such a good job preparing you guys, you made our job extremely hard. And we like aspects from every single one of your guys' projects, and it made it really hard to decide. But we had to make a decision. So future sponsors, be warned, you're going to have to make a decision, so be ready for that. So we select the group, and what I started noticing, there was a lot more confidence. the groups started to come together. We started seeing you guys work, right? And at the final presentations, I saw a lot of the same group. I saw some of the same traits, but it was different. Let me tell you how it's different. So one group, we find out the night before presentation. So presentations start like 8 or 9 in the morning. And we find out that one of the group had lost some members. They had lost some of their work. And they wanted to make sure that they had a great product to deliver to us the next morning. What did they do? They stayed up till 4 a.m. Romel, I think you were there working alongside them as their mentor. And they delivered a phenomenal product. That's dedication. That is determination. And every single one of you have it, right? And that is the ability that you have started to drive from and deliver from the program. So again, it was an amazing journey to watch you guys grow. It wasn't just technical skills that grew, right? Public speaking, presentations. We talked a lot the other day about working in the groups and communication. I could go on, but I don't want to give away all the secrets of the program, I guess. I don't know. You had a lot of great mentors along the way. i.c.stars, I've already talked about that. They were there day to day. Amstead Rail, we were there to kind of help you with that project when you were reaching out on the RFP, things like that. Some of the other sponsors had mentorships. And Will mentioned it, but he talked about high tea. So I'm going to, all right. So high tea is a nice little event that you guys do. So first off, they do it every single day during the program. And they actually have tea there, just to be clear. So you don't need to bring a beverage if you don't need to. But they invite in individuals in the profession or other leaders in the community to come speak with the group. You have a host. Zoya, you are my host. Great job, by the way. And they interview you, and then they come in, you get introduced to the group, and then as they're serving tea around the room, they introduce each other. And I think they switch around, so it's not the same introduction set, but learn everybody's room. It's really unique to not only share some of my knowledge, but also learn more and more about them. I think we'll talk about that. So you imagine the type of leadership and mentorship and things that these individuals get by everybody participating in that high tea once, 5 times a week, all the way through the program, every day. It's an amazing opportunity, and you guys, that's a great program. So, all right, I'm going to keep moving. In a lot of the discussions, many of you talked about art or music or different things that inspired you, and I was kind of like, you guys actually asked me yesterday, like what inspired me and different things like that, and I did give you a different answer the other day, but I can't say that on stage. I actually thought, well, we're going to draw from literature because I'm not going to do any art and we're not going to do any music up here today. So from literature, what I drew from was a quote from T.S. Eliot. And what it basically says, what we call the beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a new beginning. The end is where we start from. So embrace the idea that each ending is a new beginning, and take that foundation that you've had through this i.c.stars program and your engagement with Amstead Rail and continue to build off of that. As you move forward, think about the lessons you've learned, the power of collaboration, the inspiration that you can draw from others, the value of knowledge, the resilience that you guys have shown throughout the program that have gotten you through those uncertain times. In conclusion, graduates, congratulations on this moment. I really want you to enjoy it. It is a momentous achievement. I mean, I'm so proud of every one of you. I really am. You guys are the architects of your destiny, right? You've got the tools, the staff, your mentors, and others are out there to support you. As you step into the next phase, we want you to continue to learn, continue to grow, and most important of all, inspire all the others that are around you. The world awaits the impact that you're going to make. I know you will. And congratulations and good luck.
All right, so I get the privilege also of introducing everyone to Matt Sharples. He will be our keynote speaker today. I got to meet him as a new staff member, just talking about what he does and how he contributes to the community. And it has been really, really great. I think for me, what was really great was when he came to have high tea with the interns, and what I was able to see in him, and the kindness, the generosity, and just his grace and generous nature. All of the interns were able to see that. And we are grateful. I know many of us are here because of your efforts and your work. So I thank you, we thank you, and we're excited to hear from you, sir.
Thank you. What's up, kids? Made it. All 11 of you right here. I love it. Graduates, friends, family, i.c.stars, leadership, and staff. This day has been long in the making, as Will said. 6 years. I think I talked to you about 4 years ago at lunch, and I was thinking about doing a program similar, and Will's like, I got it. I'm like, okay, let's go. But and I know a lot of people have been thanked, but I want to thank Will. I think Kansas City is very lucky to have him. I think the one thing we can all agree about Will is when he sets his mind something, that something is going to get done, right? So thank you, Will. Appreciate it. Weathering the COVID years and, basically bootstrapping. And also thank you to Shamika. I don't think she understands what she has done. I equip it to building an airplane while flying it. And they can't even land. Now they got to just keep flying for cycle 2. So, and thank you to her team, Gustavo, Rochelle, Shannon, Naomi, Goldie, Lachey. You guys have done an amazing job. So. Thank you to and thank the national board as well, Milwaukee, Chicago. There's too many of you to mention. And I know thank you probably isn't enough, but just watching these incredible people graduate today, I think that should be enough. It will be for me anyway. I'm sure a lot of these students that also want me to thank the friends and family that are here that supported them during their time here. So a big thank you to all of you who came here to celebrate these amazing individuals and for supporting them on their journey. In my role, I'm a founder and CEO of a company called Tricom. We're an IT staffing company here in Kansas City. I've been fortunate to have a fascinating vantage point. For 34 years, I've sat at the intersection of people and technology jobs. It's been an intriguing journey, to say the least, to watch how IT has impacted our world since 1990. And for those of you who are half my age, which is probably quite a few of you, I'm talking about no internet, no smartphones, no apps, no computers at everyone's desk, no social media, no email, no streaming services, no Xbox. Now there's days I could do without the email, but definitely not my Xbox, if I'm being honest with you. But just think about that for a minute. No Apple, no Google, no Amazon, no Netflix, no Microsoft. It really wasn't that long ago. Anyway, I think we can all agree computers have revolutionized the world. Much like the Industrial Revolution, we have been at a breakneck pace to digitize everything, innovate, make things smarter, faster, easier, more ubiquitous, and all at our fingertips. We are still in the middle of this information age or digital revolution. At the same time, the barriers to entry in this rapidly expanding world of IT got taller, not shorter. Demands for tech workers included four-year degree requirements, certifications, internships, and other miscellaneous past work history demands. However, with a 5 times growth rate over every other job combined in the last decade, tech jobs can no longer be sustained with this model going forward. Today, technology is the great equalizer in the job market. There's simply not enough tech talent to fill all the open IT jobs with each passing year. Today, there are more open tech jobs than there are unemployed IT professionals. A gap that's going to increase with a bigger percentage of workforce moving into retirement age. Many organizations have become aware of this and have dropped the unsupported entry-level requirements. It's a good start, but it's not enough in my view. During my tenure in the professional world, an inconvenient truth I've come to understand and now backed by research is that hiring remains heavily biased. Even our best attempts to neutralize this bias go wayward. Resumes and interviews have not statistically been shown to be a good indicator of later job performance. The former VP of People Operations at Google decided one day to dive into the data of conventional hiring pearls of wisdom. He found that years of experience accounted for only 3% of a hire's future success. A reference check only accounted for 7%, and unstructured interviewing just 14%. Hardly good indicators. You see, many of the systems of hiring were built after World War II, an environment where supply was abundant. With GIs coming home from the war, you'd post an ad, gather resumes, interview the top 3, and then make an offer. And for the most part, the system is still in effect today. However, the model is just not sustainable in this new digital age we find ourselves in. The talent supply is low and getting lower because of demographics. Demand is high and going higher. Again, a 5-time growth rate over every other job combined. More flavors of technology that dilute the current talent market, and a smaller workforce with baby boomers moving into retirement. So these are the tailwinds that will propel Cycle 1, the blueprint, and the cycles that follow into IT, and that is better for everyone. Increasingly, organizations are starting to realize that the need to offer career pathways to those who come from diverse and untraditional backgrounds are coming to fruition. Historically, women and people of color have been vastly underrepresented group within IT, and that is about to change significantly in the years ahead. Surging demand spurred on further by AI, cloud technology, cybersecurity will further stimulate an already tight labor market for skilled IT labor. Moreover, let's just be blunt. From a pure societal contract point of view, this is just the right thing to do. Numerous Gartner studies have shown that workplace diversity is a significant driver of economic growth for businesses willing to embrace it. Aside from just being the right thing to do, the data now tells us diversity is also very good for the overall business. Hence, where we find ourselves today, where leaders like Sandy and Will, Shamika and others, along with support from Amstead and others, have built this amazing, tough, proven model that is an on-ramp to the second fastest growing field in the workforce, apart from healthcare. Now, some might think this is a charitable organization, and while technically correct, we are a 501c3, I can tell you this, i.c.stars is not charity, and this is not a handout. i.c.stars can only be considered a hand-up. A hand-up for those willing to work very hard, built specifically for those individuals who have the tenacity, resilience, adaptability to power through a tough learning environment and come out on the other end. Each of these Cycle 1 graduates has put themselves through an obstacle course the vast majority of those who applied could not or would not get through. That is high praise, and it has been earned, not given. There is no secret sauce when it comes to hiring other than this. Hiring well is about finding people with great character, with positive attitudes, who have the motivation and aptitude to solve problems. This program ensures all those traits. Cycle 1 grads blueprint, I assure you, those traits are enough. You have all demonstrated these characteristics just by getting through this program. Character, attitude, motivation, and aptitude will always be enough to get you through your workday and whatever challenge is in front of you. I heard it said once, sometimes when you're born on third base, it's easy to think you've hit a triple. Such is the world we live in today, where those who win the zip code lottery get a head start on the chosen profession, sometimes starting with a network already in place, a college degree paid for, and models and professional work already front and center, lighting the way. Graduates of Cycle 1, it doesn't matter if you start at third base, which none of you did, or second, none of you did, or in most cases probably had to bunt your way onto first base. The majority of most successful IT pros I know were not born on third or second. They took advantage of an opportunity just like you all did. You said yes to this program and stuck it out. When I came to KC many years ago, many would not have bet on me. I was still reeling from some self-imposed limitations and forks in the road I did not think were fair to a young man. I was not a good student, but not because I didn't like to learn. I was distracted by the shortcomings of my upbringing. Coming to KC was about starting over. It was the beginning of a new chapter that I can now help write. What I see now is this. The crosses I had to bear, those were the things that kindled the raging bonfire within me. They were not things that happened to me. They were things that happened for me. They propelled me to grow, to learn, to succeed, but mostly to forgive, move on, and then come full circle. To then provide for my loved ones, my community, even if I wasn't provided for the way I thought I should have. The English poet Peckenheim Betty once wrote, "By your own soul learn to live. If some men thwart you, take no heed. If some men hate you, have no care. Sing your song, dream your dream, hope your hope, pray your prayer." For 16 weeks, working 12 hours each day, these Cycle 1 graduates have taken the wheel of their lives to say, my tomorrows will not equal my yesterdays. The drive and commitment each of them has demonstrated through hard work is a testament to the promises each of them made to themselves and to you, their loved ones. You have learned all the necessary skills to be successful IT professionals, and that is no small feat. There are 11, yes, congratulations. There are 11 stories in this room tonight, but I would bet that most of them are varying themes of redemption and perseverance. And to me, there's no better story than that. The one that depicts a person who picks themselves up, dusts themselves off, and says, let's go, teach me, I'm willing to make tomorrow better. Cycle 1, that is you. A poem called Invictus ends like this. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Cycle 1 graduates, you will always be Kansas City's first, the blueprint. Go out and sing your song, dream your dream, hope your hope, and pray your prayer. We will always be proud of you. Now go out there and write your own stories. You've earned that today.
Matt, Anthony, Will, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing so much about why this program is important and about your support in bringing us here. Thank you. I get to bring to the stage one of our Cycle 1 interns, Mr. Philip Sims Brandon. Each and every one of these interns challenged us, taught us so much, and you are all people that I look up to and truly admire. Mr. Sims is someone I literally have to look up to, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say, sir. Check it out.
Yeah. Let's go.
Good evening. Thank you all for joining us as we celebrate one of the many milestones that we will conquer on our journey. To Shamika Hogan, on behalf of the Cycle, we want to say thank you for being that fierce leader of our freight train. And that's what I think our cycle symbolizes. Because when a freight train is company, you definitely do not want to be in this way. You've held us all to a higher standard that'll help us not only grow in the corporate world, but also in our own personal worlds as well. And for that, I say thank you. To Mr. Gustavo and Goldie, we want to say thank you, not only for being our instructors in the leadership, business, and technology side, but also just for being there for us when we needed that moment to take a step back. I know we all roll our eyes at Mr. Gustavo's famous debriefs, but really not knowing we needed that space to let out our emotions and grieve however was necessary. And we did a lot of grieving, let me tell you. But for all those and more, we appreciate you guys for giving us your time and leadership. To the rest of the ladies, to the rest of the leaders, I want to give you a personal thank you to each of you, to each and every one of you, because all throughout the cycle, you ladies showed up for me. Whenever my head was hanging low, y'all were there to pick me up and give me the confidence I needed to continue this journey, not only for myself, but for the whole cycle. We were all supported with nothing but you guys' best effort each and every day. Cycle 1, the blueprint. Let it out, man. A weight has truly been lifted off our shoulders, and we've earned this space and time to reflect and really take in what we have accomplished as a cohort. Starting with Team Week, we had to immediately build bond and trust amongst ourselves because they wanted us to walk around downtown blindfolded. We did it though, not knowing that that exercise helped us to develop that sense of camaraderie between us that we needed for Geek Week. Each and every stepping stone of i.c.stars was designated to build on each other, and it showed. During Geek Week, we did nothing but study and cry together, praying we make it through these next couple of days. And that was the best experience of it all. To know that during those late night, to know that during those late night hours, we were all up grinding, working into the late hours of the night so that we were prepared for the next day, speaks to the commitment that we made to each other to finish this program together. And that trust and commitment rolled over into the next phase, which was all three presentations. Them tears from Miss Brenda and Valeria that we witnessed were all from the many late nights that we spent up together on Zoom calls, wrecking our brains over Express and Angular, and to know that it was all worth it in the end. And I know for a fact the other companies, shout out Checkpoint Innovations and shout out Dom's Technology Solutions, they were all working their butts off to present the best product to Amstead Rail. To begin to wrap this all up, I just want to say to each and every one of you, we coming. This is just the beginning. That brick wall of self-doubt, that brick wall of not knowing if you're good enough, that brick wall of just barely making it, we just busted right on through. Stronger, smarter, and better, and we did it together. The bonds and the network that we've built here will not only take us to the next level, but provide us with the tools to excel. To know that we can always lean on each other as much as we did during the cycle only solidifies the impact that we will have, that we will have as we continue to grow in our careers. So as we come to the conclusion of our journey at i.c.stars, know that we have been equipped with the tools, with the necessary skills to be nothing but our best selves as we step into the working world. Be blessed, my friends.
Mr. Philip Sims Brandon. Great job, sir. Thank you. We're just going to show a quick PowerPoint video, some of what happened for Cycle 1.
Okay, all right. Hello. All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Goldie Powell, and I am the tech training manager here at i.c.stars. And I'm not good at this, so I kind of wrote some words down. So, ladies and gentlemen, parents, guests, you are now getting ready to witness the stars of the show, right? The blueprint. Today, we don't just hand you your certificates, but we unveil your passports for your future. Graduates, when you come up and get your certificates, please feel free to share some words about, I think Sarah's ready. Okay. Please feel free to share a couple words. Yeah, and staff, if you all want to come up and prepare for the picture. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right. You ready? All right. So okay. So okay. If you all can just come up when I call your name and get your certificate and your badge. All right. Isaiah Atkins.
Hello, hello. Wow, I am so happy, guys. We have made it this far. This is beautiful. I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. I've made such good bonds with you guys over the last 4 months, and I'm sure they're only going to get stronger. I'm excited to sleep in tomorrow. I cannot lie to y'all. I have to stay. I cannot lie. I want to thank the staff for believing in me, just putting your all into us every single day. I cannot appreciate it enough. I want to thank my friends for supporting me throughout everything. I want to thank my family and God for being there along my side the whole entire way. I'm so excited about our future, guys. We're going to go to great places. Let's go. The Blueprint.
Philip Sims Brandon.
I done spoke enough. During my first speech, I gave y'all my all. Thank you. This means a lot.
Sarah Carpino. I don't know why Goldie said that I was ready for this. I do want to thank everyone in this building tonight, because without the help and support from every single person sitting here today, and those that were not able to be with us today, none of us would be here. So thank you. And I didn't think we would be here. Not after Geek Week, not after the margarita virus, the food poisoning, the gas leak, or the water leak, and everything else. And, we're excited to keep going from here. So the Blueprint. Okay. Cecilia Cobbs.
Yep. Hi, everybody. I just want to say thank you to everybody, my cycle mates. I've truly grown a tremendous bond with each and every last one of you guys, and I'm going to miss you, but not that much because I plan on seeing y'all again shortly, but we can talk about that later. And I really want to say thank you to my friends and my family because they were a tremendous support throughout this entire program. And I want to say thank you to admin as well because you guys held me up and seen me all the way through. And that's it. I'm glad it's over with. I was challenged.
Aaron Commons.
Wow. I didn't think I was gonna make it. And some of you, I thought y'all was leaving right with me. But we made it through Team Week and Geek Week and presentations, and I love each and every one of you. Thank you to Goldie and Gustavo, because baby, it got rough some days. Yes, it did. But we made it. I am so grateful. And I want to thank everyone here and especially my family for being supportive. Thank you.
Valeria Hernandez Garcia.
Okay, I was told to not make people cry today, but I might be the first one doing it. Holler at us. I want to say my biggest thank you to my family, most. Carla, Memo, Orlando, Hazel, Jackie. I love every single one of you. And I want to say thank you to my cohort. I would name all of you guys, but I only have a minute. No, but seriously, thank you guys for teaching me a lot. The staff taught me a lot too. I love you guys as well, but they could never have taught me what you guys taught me in 4 months. I feel I've grown professionally, personally. I've come to love, of course, every single one of you. So thank you for teaching me. Thank you for learning beside me. Thank you for being there throughout Geek Week, the presentations, everything. I love you guys.
Ms. Zoya Maverick.
In the front. Okay.
Wow, look at it.
Promise comes after the gift of opportunity, and every single day at i.c.stars was an opportunity, not just to grow as a professional, not just to meet the CEO or CIO or all the other O's that there are, but it was also an opportunity for me to grow as a person, grow as a teammate, and gain feedback from my leaders. I'm really grateful for the people who showed up for me today. It's really, I really appreciate you showing up for me today, every single one of you. Thank you to Checkpoint. Thank you, Goldie and Gustavo. Thank the Lord, of course. And I hope moving forward that each and every single one of us can be an opportunity and a gift to every company, every person that we
Ms. Brenda Ross.
I just want to thank you guys. I see my people. Hey. I just want to thank everyone, everyone at i.c.stars, everyone at Amstead Rails, everyone that's involved in the program, all of you guys. I just want to thank everybody for giving me a chance to show what I'm about. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Thank you.
Donshay Sonborn.
Thank you. My auntie embarrassed me. My name is Dawn Shay. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Thank you to all my family and my husband and my friends. I want to name drop like Valeria, but I can't. Thank you to the staff and Goldie, especially Mr. Gustavo. You see him, he's working tech. He's tech adjacent. And that's it. And thank you to all the TS as well. Let's go, guys.
Miss Tasia Strickland.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say thank you to God because He got me through a lot of those long days. Also, I'd like to thank my friends and my family because without them, I would have struggled badly. Also, thank you to everyone that helped me. Thank you for everyone that checked in on me going through this program. And thank you to the staff and TGS for pushing me past what I thought I could do. So, yeah, thank you.
Mr. Mitchell Robert Young.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to say, just going back to the dream speeches, my word was to fight. And I found this program over the summer over the radio, and I just want to start by saying thank you to my family members and my friends and families first, because they shaped me into who I am today. And I think the word to fight is just like, it's a really big, it's a big word to me, because I've always tried to find an opportunity to finally get into the tech world, to finally be able to do something that I really want to do. And so I want to thank i.c.stars. I want to thank the staff. I want to thank everybody these past 4 months that have just helped me get through this program.
No, you are not about to make everybody cry, sir. No, you are not. We got through all of y'all. Cycle 1, we are proud of you. We are proud of you. Thank you for taking a chance on all of us. We're grateful. We're excited about your journey. We have Sandy Castro here, co-founder and chief innovation officer. I get to introduce her. I'm lucky to be a part of this organization, lucky to have another Sandy in my life, and she will share her words of wisdom and encouragement to our interns moving forward. So thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh, you did it! You did it! Okay, so the first thing is, you're now officially residents of i.c.stars. Congratulations. I am so proud of y'all. You know, there will be many, many i.c.stars Kansas City graduations, commencements. But you guys are really, really special. You're the first. You're the founding cycle. You are, in essence, the entrepreneurs. Because you took a chance. You saw things that maybe other people didn't see yet. When people said, it's a scam, you said, no, it's not. And when they said, what's in that tea that you be drinking every day? You said, Earl Grey. But more than anything, you persevered when it seemed messy, when it was hard, when it was frustrating, when you thought, where in the world is this going? Like the blindfolds in downtown Kansas City. And over again, people said to you, just trust it. Trust the process. And sometimes you wanted to say, screw that process and that Google, and just give me the darn answer. But by fighting for every piece of knowledge that you had, you earned that. It's yours. It's yours for real. And so enjoy it. Because now's the part when, as an entrepreneur, you take all these beautiful things that you've learned and you make something. You create something. You build something. You change something. You develop something. And you stand in it. Because that's what you did. And I'm so proud of that. Oh, yes. Okay, so before we get all pushy, we have an award here to give to the i.c.stars MVP, Will Shields. Okay, now while Will's coming up, I just need to say, did y'all know that Will is in show choir? Yeah. He can sing and dance. He's not just the Football Hall of Fame guy. So I thought it would be great if we did a number now for Guys and Dolls.
You start.
So Will, look, here's your award. So there weren't even words to describe how much we love Will. But Will is the reason why we're all here, for real. like at 6.5 and 5 days and 23 hours, and like, that's real. It took all that time to take the dream and to bring it here. And it wouldn't have happened without Will. So you are the true MVP, and we thank you. Okay. The next thing I want to say is, you guys are all going to get great jobs in a few weeks. And you're going to go to work, and it's going to, and it'll be great, and it'll come the day when you get that first paycheck. And it's going to feel so good when you see those numbers in your bank account, and you're like, yeah, that's right, I'm an IT professional, right? Like, all of that. And the impulse might be to go march down to the car dealership and try to buy something like a Dodge Charger. I don't know why that's such a popular i.c.stars graduation car. Everybody does it. They look like monsters. Okay, what I'm going to say to you is don't do that. Don't buy the Dodge Charger. Here's what you do instead. Go to the fanciest department store you can find. Like, not like the TJ Maxx, really. Go to the department store. And go to the hosiery department where they sell all the socks. Now, don't look at the price tag. Just walk around and feel the socks. I want you to find the softest, fluffiest, juiciest, luxurious socks. Socks that when you touch them with your fingers, you think about your toes, like just like falling into the softness. Those are your socks. Now still, don't look at the price tag. March right up to the register, and you'll see, the lady with the scarf who smells like too much perfume and all the stuff, and she'll have the lipstick that's like all out here, and she'll say, can I help you, honey? And you say, yes, I'd like to buy these socks. Because those are going to be your socks. And you never looked at the price tag. When she says how much they are, even if they're $30 socks, you buy those socks. And you smile at the lady with the red lipstick all over her mouth, because those are your socks. Now, when you get these socks, you go home and you put them in the drawer, at the top of the drawer, and you save them. Save them for good. Save them for the day that you're terrified to give that presentation, to ask that girl to marry you, to do what you think you cannot do. Then put on your socks and feel the softness, the luxury, the juiciness of those socks. And remember what you stand for. Remember what grounds you. Remember who you are and who came before you. And then all these things, you don't need a Dodge Charger for people to know how special you are. This is a moment for you to remember how special you are. How the softness of your socks. And they're yours. And only you need to know how expensive them socks were. Enjoy your socks. Okay, and the last thing, thanks for the applause on the socks. Look, I'm from Chicago. You get the socks? It's a sports town. I thought something. No. Okay, but there was even a whole, never mind. Okay. The last thing that I want to share with you, blueprint. I want you just to close your eyes and try to remember where you were when you heard these words. Congratulations, Cycle 1, the founding cycle of Kansas City. Today, we stand with you, Cycle 1. Because from the neck down, we're all minimum wage. It's what we do with what's up here that makes us knowledge workers. Socrates said that wisdom starts with wonder. So what were you wondering when you found i.c.stars? Or when i.c.stars found you? Wonder yourself into the wisdom of this experience. It is truly what you make of it. The secret of i.c.stars is that it's a tremendous responsibility to be an agent of change. Each one of us represents 1,000. And what's more is we're changing the face of corporate America, literally. Each one of us will impact 1,000. You were chosen, and you were chosen as leaders, the best and the brightest. And each and every one of you is here to show something, to prove something. We called it the I'll show you factor, and it was the marker of your resilience. And once you declared it in your interview, the interview was over, really, and you were just kicking it. You represent business, leadership, and technology, a BLT. And all of your experiences leading up to this day will be needed. We all learn through experience, so imagine the impact of learning and multiplying that experience with the experiences of others, and then experiencing this next journey together. Each one of us affects 1,000. So bring on change. You are cycle 1. What legacy will you leave behind? What does cycle 1 stand for? What will you stand for as a cycle? What will you stand for as an individual? What will your legacy be? Legacy is a statement of change, and you are an agent of change, as are all of us. Some of us will witness, and some of us will implement change in technology, change in ideas, change in friends, change in colleagues, change in opportunities, and all of us will change the future. To be an agent of change is also to embrace change in order to affect it. To be an innovator is to be creative, an innovator versus a consumer. So ask yourself, did I innovate today or did I consume? Because the shift from consumer to innovator is power. Embrace change in order to affect change. And later on, we'll reflect on how much we've changed. And you might see it before your friends or your family, and regardless of the resistance or acceptance, it'll take vision and love and power and moments of real loneliness, and yet you will reflect each other as you embrace another way of thinking, of dreaming, of seeing, of change. Welcome, you change agents for the future, for others, and enjoy writing the rules of your journey. We're not a company of thousands, and yet we impact many. We're not a lecture hall, and yet the lessons here are felt throughout our communities. We're not the majority, though we are also not a minority, because there's nothing minor about any of us. The power of 1 to the 20th, our passion is reflected in the eyes of our team members. We learn as a group, we learn as individuals, we learn for today and for tomorrow using the experiences of yesterday. Now, if you come into this community with the goal of surviving, you'll fail. And we're not like school, and you can't just show up. To make it through is failure. It's when you strive to overstand, overachieve, and take the rest of us with you. That's how you raise the bar. So raise the bar. We expect you to. That's when you succeed. It's justice. So for the power of 20 and beyond, we can affect change for our families, our communities, our former colleagues, our friends, and our future. For those who came before us and those who will come after us. We're not a company of thousands, and yet we impact many. So, from this moment on, we means all of us. This is our company, our future, just us. Just us. Just us. The truth of your responsibility is that this is your company and its success depends on you. When we exist, you have community. So it's your job to define and grow our community through relationships because each one of us impacts 1,000. Do the math. The future is now. Your seat costs $20,000. What will you do with it today? An investment was made in you and 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 you. So invest. Rather than sacrifice, invest. The difference between a sacrifice and an investment is the difference between what we feel we're giving up and what we're giving to the future. So invest. Invest in the program, invest in your learning, invest in the development of time, leadership, business, and technology. Invest in each other and in the future. Because this program isn't really for you, it's for your children. And for all the children, born and unborn, we don't have the luxury to be mediocre. So in preparation for this journey, see yourself as a change agent, think like a change agent, and notice the areas in your life that are in need of change. Journal and record your thoughts and feelings because this moment will not be here again. This week is Team Week. You'll learn about each other, you'll learn about yourself, you'll learn about how you learn, you'll learn about how culture affects change, and you'll learn about where you will take your place as an agent of change. Next week, you begin as developers, as business people. This week, you'll use your experience to develop your future as leaders. You are in the company of innovation, of concatenation, and of liberation. Look around the table. These are the future technology leaders. Look around the table. These are the change agents. Look around the table. This is the future. And as you look around the table, know that someone is looking at you. Welcome to i.c.stars, y'all. And there it is. Congratulations.
What better way to conclude this evening? Thank you, Sandy, for your words. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We still have some snacks and some refreshments, and feel free to just mingle. We're here till 7. Picture. What do we? Okay. Okay, well, come on, interns, let's take a picture. Or on stage? Okay. So everybody else, feel free to mingle. The interns will be around. Thank you again. Thank you all for coming. Yes.